In March this year, the former governor of Central Equatorial State, Emmanuel Adil Anthony, shut down over 15 fuel stations situated in residential areas of Juba because the stations were considered dangerous to nearby residents. 6 months later, all the fuel stations that were closed are back up and running, sparking complaints from some residents of Juba town. One such resident, Sonia Knight, says her family lives in constant fear of a fire outbreak because she lives close to a gas station.
From the very beginning, we have been rejecting this petrol station. It was closed, but now you can see it operating. We reiterate to the government that a petrol station in the residential area like this one is not good. They should take it far from us because this may bring fire.
Knight says she fears leaving her kids at home whenever she goes to the market for fear of a fire outbreak at the station. Ernesto Rafael, another Juba resident, says he has repeatedly complained and called for the removal of a fuel station next to his house, but authorities are doing very little to intervene.
I cried out every day that we don't need fuel station here, but nothing was done. We don't need this fuel station. It should be taken far away because in case of any fire, it can bring destruction to this area. You can see my fence here is made of reed. Any small fire, it can quickly spread to the whole area.
Lona Alfred, another Juba resident, says fuel stations located in residential areas poses risk to residents.
Our rights are being violated with the establishment of this fuel station. Any small mistake can cause fire from here. One day there was a fighting here and a bullet almost hit this fuel station. It would have caused a big fire.
Angelo Daya, the Central Equatorial State Security Advisor and the head of the committee tasked with closing fuel stations in Juba residential areas, says Agostino Jadalawani, governor of Central Equatorial State, is expected to ban petrol stations in residential areas.
His Excellency is going to reactivate the order. And then the one who opened without the order that was given by the former administration, they are going to be closed and then punished.
The administration of some fuel stations that were closed declined to comment when contacted by VOA. Some owners of the petrol station say that they have been permitted to reopen and say they operate under the authority of some unnamed government institutions. The Juba City Council said earlier this year that petroleum companies operating in the city are guided by some safety requirements. In 2026, at least 6 people were killed and 9 others wounded after a fuel tanker veered off the road and exploded in the Gumba residential area. In 2015, over 200 people were killed following a fuel tank explosion in Maridi County of Western Equatorial State. For VOA News, I'm Manyang David Mayar in Juba.